today that I'm very into watching how your shoulders and your upper back are, I guess, being treated. In today's society, we're always on our phones, we're hunched over all the time, and we really need to work on strengthening the upper back and opening this area between phones, tablets, reading, computers, you name it. So I'm very passionate about I guess I don't want to call it the rehabilitative part about Pilates, but the part that's just really gentle to your joints. So everything you do in here, and when I say that, I mean either in a studio, on the mat, or whatever makes you feel better out there in everyday life. So you just feel better as you move, because Pilates is based on movement principles. So I think these movements put together, and you can put them together in any order or sequence you want, but I just want to share a few with you today that I really, really like, and you may hear them sometimes referred to as pre-Pilates moves. In Joseph Pilates' repertoire, he did a series of however many moves, 30-some moves, and it was in a sequence, and pre-Pilates came about a bit later. So I want to share those with you today. So let's pull your mats out, and let's go ahead first and start on all fours. And even when you're in all fours, I want that belly button, I want all this just tightened in nice and snug, protecting the spine. That's always our most important job. When you're here, knees are under your hips, they're about hip width apart. Hands are directly under your shoulders. Again, hands are shoulder width apart. For those of you that work out a lot, you know what cat-cow is, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the moves. So when you do cat, you look up, cow, you look up where the ceiling and the wall meets on an inhale through your nose, and you exhale over. And I like to call this Halloween cat. So really pushing that ground away to get a nice arch through here. So we're gonna do 4 of those. Inhale, exhale, and really drop that head over so you just let it relax and you feel a nice stretch. Inhale, exhale, and back to a neutral flat. Again, keep those abs tucked in. Now we're gonna do what's called hip sways. You're literally just gonna look over your shoulder, look over your left, and look over your right. And this just moves everything, kind of loosens you up in a way you generally probably wouldn't move. And last one, we do 4 each side. Beautiful. Come back, check everything, make sure you got those abs engaged still. Next move is called wagging tail. So keeping your knee down, let's just lift your left foot off the ground. So I'm going to have you bring that out to the left and look at it. And as you swing it to the right, look at it again. And we're going to do 4 on each side. Be mindful of the stomach, belly button to spine. And then bring that down. Go ahead and just give yourself a quick this is called child's pose for those of you who don't know. So now we're going to go into round back bridging. So go ahead and let's lay down gently on the mat. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time, very gently. Walk your hands down till you're laying flat. Keep your knees bent, hip width apart, feet are flat on the ground, stomach to spine or belly button to spine. And now we're just gonna roll, almost like you're curling your pelvis under. You're gonna roll up, and then 1 vertebrae at a time, you're gonna roll back down. It's almost like a mini massage on the lower part of your back. Let's just do a couple more of those. Roll up, roll back down, roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time, roll down. Now we're gonna go up into a flat back bridge. So I want you to transfer the weight into your feet and just press yourself up. Shoulder blades are still on the ground. Now here is where in Pilates we call it articulation of the spine. I want you to really concentrate on coming down 1 vertebrae at a time, and you're almost lengthening between them, just 1 imprint on the ground at a time. I'm going to have you do, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of these, called telescope arms. So for long people like me, we need to position our mats a little better. So I want you to lay on your side, your hips are stacked, knees are bent, arm is just extended from your shoulder. Head down, you might want to put a towel under here just for comfort. So what you do is you're going to inhale past, and you're going to exhale. You're tracing along the line of your shoulder. Exhale, open. Then bend at the elbow, trace back along. And again, inhale. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Again, the arm is extended directly in line with the shoulder, hips are stacked. Inhale past. Exhale as you open. I find I do these sometimes at night when I'm watching TV, after being on the computer all day, or my phone, or whatever. It's easy to do and they don't take very long. So now we're gonna do angels in the snow. So keep your feet, your knees can touch here, but again, make sure your belly button's in towards your spine. Let's take this arm and put it up here on an angle, but if your shoulder's uncomfortable, just be conscious of your shoulder. Don't keep it flat to the ground. The elbow can be bent. It doesn't have to be straight, but keep that palm up and this palm down, and you're on an angle as if you're a clock and your hands are facing like 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So you're gonna go ahead and move these up, and as you'll see, if you can see my hands, they just kind of flip when it's comfortable. There's no right or wrong. I find it comfortable. I mean, if you're flexible and you feel like you want to keep your hand flat the whole way, but I think that kind of puts your arm in a weird position. So I like to flip it. And then when I come back down, I flip it again. So I'm doing the same thing with this arm you can't see as well. So now, while you're here, let's bring these knees with the right arm up. Let's bring the knees to the right. And then while we move the arms and the left arm comes up, the legs go to the left. And you're just gonna kind of keep rotating that. And you just kind of do a little fluid movement. So we're gonna go ahead and roll onto our stomach. And whenever you're on your stomach in any of the Pilates exercises, make sure you really keep your stomach drawn in tight to your spine. So this is scapular stability. That's what I call it, because it really kind of works this upper portion of your back. So keep your head in alignment with your spine, your neck in alignment with your spine the whole time. Do what I call goalpost arms. So these are like a goalpost you see in football. So you're gonna keep this upper part of your body off the mat. That is not going to move. Nothing moves here but your arms. So they're hovering over the ground. You're gonna inhale and you're gonna exhale. So I almost like to say, envision your shoulder blades are trying to kiss. Or like little angel wings, they're coming together and then they're going away from each other. And they're coming together